So if you're a first timer at the Cannes Film Festival this year, then this video is for you. This is my Cannes 101. It's all the basics, it's all the ins and outs and the basic things you'll need to know if you're going. So what I'm going to do is talk about who goes and what they actually do. And we'll start with sales agents. So the marché is full of sales agents, and there's lots of sales agents over in Cannes looking for films to represent, but more importantly to them, selling films to buyers. And these buyers could be distributors, they could be aggregators, but they're the people who will actually release your film in different territories around the world. A sales agent is very much like an estate agent. They don't own your film, they just represent it, but they'll take a percentage profit on whatever deal they get with these buyers, and they'll also potentially take marketing fees, legal costs, deliverable costs, all those types of things. Sales agents can be a bit of a minefield, so do watch out and always read the small print, but lots of sales agents can be found in Cannes. You probably want to talk to a sales agent if you've got a completed film, or if you've got a package you've already put together with cast, director, script, or if you're looking for pre-sales financing on a film. What they care about is the genre of your film, the cast value of that film, and I mean that internationally, globally, the budget of the movie versus how much it's actually going to be worth, and whether your film's sellable, not just good. If you're pitching to a sales agent, you should really talk in terms of genre, compare it to other movies, talk about cast and talk about your audience. Don't lead with the kind of personal story that's led you to make this film and the themes and all that kind of stuff. Stick to the reasons why this film's going to sell, because they are a sales agent. Next up, we've got buyers, also could be described as distributors. They pick up films for different territories around the world. You can get them from every country you can imagine. There'll be a buyer in Cannes there, or several buyers from that territory. There might be a country distributor, there might be a streaming platform, they might be buying for airlines, for films within airlines. And the key difference, it sounds obvious, but the key difference here is sales agents sell, buyers buy. What buyers really care about is finished films or near finished films, a clear audience, marketable genre, and whether the film works in their territory. I'd only really talk to a buyer if you've got a completed film, if you understand what deliverables they're actually going to want. What a buyer doesn't want, a distributor doesn't want, is a protracted process with a filmmaker. The reason they use sales agents is because they know they're going to get all the deliverables, they're going to get them on time, and it's someone reliable. So if you are going to go direct to distributors, you need to be reliable. You need to know what you're talking about when it comes to what you need to deliver. And obviously you need to own all the rights to your film and have all your contracts signed. It's always worth asking, and this is probably any sales agent or buyer when you're in Cannes, what sort of films are you looking for at the moment? Or even what sort of films are selling well at the moment? Because whether it's your project or not, this is valuable information to have, and it could impact what film you make in the future, and it could also slightly change your pitch if there's something that's working really well at the moment that you can adapt your project so it fits into that category. Producers, so this would be indie producers or studio film producers. They might have a film with them, they might be looking to put a film together, they might be looking for a director, they might be looking for a studio, they might be packaging up future projects, they might also be interested in a co-production. What they care about is the viability of your project, your experience level, whether you're realistic, and they also want to know who's already attached to the project. If you're going to talk to them, you really need to know your budget inside out, what you're actually asking for, why you want to work with them, why your project's going to work, and why you're the right person to make it. Then we've got executive producers and financiers. Now, these are the people that bring the money to the project to get it made. They know about equity financing, private investment, tax schemes, all that kind of stuff. And what they really care about is risk versus reward, market validation. So if you've got a sales agent already interested in the project, that really helps with a financer, a clear budget and financing plan for your film, and also an exit strategy. How and when are they going to make their money back? If you get to talk to a financer, you want to talk about recoupment, how they're going to make that money back, comparable films, and also sales projections, how much you think this film's actually going to make. Try and give as much evidence for this as possible, and try to avoid the language that makes this seem like some passion project that's more about the art and less about the commerce. So streamers and platform executives also go to Cannes. Unfortunately, if you're an indie filmmaker and you've not got a connection with them, they probably wouldn't take a cold pitch from you. They probably want to speak to producers they've already already work with or via a sales agent. They've got very specific mandates and they're looking for very specific things. What they care about is that you've got a proven track record, clear genre. Maybe it's a scalable project, maybe it's something that could have sequels or could be a series, something that's going to hook people into their platform. And also, ideally, if you've got some audience data. Obviously, platforms run on the data. They know inside out what their audience wants and how much of it they consume. So if you've got that kind of information at your fingertips, you'll be much better prepared. If you do meet somebody from a platform, a big platform, say a Netflix, I'd say your best bet is probably just to network at that stage. Don't start pitching projects because you'll come off a little bit desperate, and also they don't know you yet, so they don't necessarily want to be pitched ideas and projects. So I would definitely be as friendly as you can, just have a nice conversation, but do keep their details, keep that contact for later down the line because it might come in handy. You get film commissions, public funds. These would be from the different territories around the world. They care about local spend in their region, cultural relevance, employment of local people, local crews, and potential for co-production. They matter to you because if you are thinking of shooting abroad, that could potentially unlock money for your budget. And also it might be about locations. You might be looking for a specific location and you can do some sort of tax incentive in that country, or you might be looking for a particular location that they've got access to. You might also meet festival programmers at Cannes, but be careful here. Remember, they're not there to pick up your movie. So don't go in pitching your film. Again, this is another situation where I advise you network, make contacts, tell them you'll go to their film festival, meet them again. So this is more of a long-term relationship. This isn't a, hey, you're a film festival programmer, take my movie, put it on your festival. You've got to be a bit more softly with this relationship. There'll also be press and publicists, and they're there usually to cover the film festival, to cover all the deals that are happening in the marché and all the films that are screening in competition. So if you do meet someone from the press, they may well be interested in your film if it's got a hook, if it's got some sort of interest that they think their audience might relate to. It is worth telling them about what you're doing, but again, you're not pitching them a story, you're just talking about what you're doing and seeing if a story comes out of it. It's probably only worth pitching to them if you've got a finished film or if you've got some actual news related to that film. So maybe you've got someone in the cast of note that they'd like to write about or talk about, or if you've got a premiere coming up, or if you've got something that's actually happening that they can telegraph as news. You'll also find service companies there, so technology companies, you'll find insurance companies, post-production houses, equipment providers, all those types of people. If that's what you're looking for, you're looking to kind of build your network in those areas, then it's great to go and have a chat with them and collect some business cards, because you might find those relationships come in useful later down the line. And the final group of people you'll meet in Cannes are first-time filmmakers or indie filmmakers just like yourself. So be nice, be kind, share knowledge with them. And remember, everybody you meet over there, not everyone can help you, but most people can point you towards somebody who might be able to help you. So you don't want to get in this situation where you're pitching everyone you meet your idea for a film, or showing everyone you meet your pitch deck and trying to sell them your movie, because people will tire of that. So your job's really not to pitch your movie to everyone. Consider your job to find out more about the person you're talking to and engage with them on a personal level. I hope that's been useful, and I hope your first Cannes is amazing. I remember mine, it was spent sleeping in a tent. We didn't even have the accreditation when we turned up. We had to kind of figure that out back then. We had an actual application form that you had to fill in, a physical form that you take into the office. We took a 24-hour coach to get there, so we were exhausted, but it was amazing and I absolutely love it. So I hope you have a fantastic time. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments, anything that I haven't answered in this video, and also pop back when you've been and tell me how it was and if these tips were useful. See you on the next one.